time for a quick tip. So this is one of my only rather watermelon plant. As you can see, he's growing quite nicely, but I fear that with the change in the weather, he's going to quickly outgrow its pot. So I have a bigger pot here that my blueberry shrub came in, and I'm going to transplant him into this one, give him a little bit extra room to grow until I can get the garden beds built and we can plant him there. But so I'm going to take this, I have some potting mix here, and I'm going to fill this up about halfway before I put this plant in, and I'll show you why in just a second. Okay, so we have our soil, our potting mix in our new container, and then we have our little watermelon also in a recycled container. I highly recommend you guys reuse these. One mistake I've seen people make before is they get plants that come in these little nursery pots, and then they transplant them into their garden and then throw the pots away. Don't do that. These are good plastic. You can use them over and over again. As you can see, they think this had a succulent in it. Yes, that's exactly what it was. And I'm now using it to grow watermelon. But yes, so we filled about halfway, and the reason for that is because we have all of this dirt that's in here, all of this soil that holds our roots right now. And when we take it out of there, we need to accommodate for that volume so I can utilize the soil that's already in here, that this plant is used to, and we can go from there. So I'm going to take him out. I'm going to put a little bit more soil in here just to get an idea, and then create a well for my plant. Just a couple of good big handfuls. You don't want to compact the soil, like you don't want to squeeze it in your hands when you're doing this. We need room to work it around, once again, to accommodate our new plant to its new home, since we do have the soil that's already in here. So sort of just make a well for it to go into, try and get it as centered as we can. And this is where a common gardener's tool is used quite a lot. Personally, I like to use my hands. It gives me a little bit more control. But a trowel is a perfect tool for doing this kind of thing. You can get in and really create that well. But you want to be careful doing that so that you don't compact your soil too much. But, so now that we have our well dug, I'm going to take out our little name tag here, and the way that I've always done this with plants that are in small pots is just put it in between my middle and ring finger, flip them over, and give a light squeeze, and that should loosen out. Look at that. We have beautiful roots growing all through here, and this is why I want to transplant this watermelon, because he's starting to outgrow his pot. So, and then very carefully flip over, grab, and drop in, and give him a little push down into his new earth. And go back over with some more of my new soil. We'll give this a water here in just a second, once I'm happy with the soil level. And this potting mix is nothing special. It's a bit more on the expensive side, being that it's the name brand that we all know. But it is great for this kind of thing when you are nursing plants before you plant them in your garden. My garden soil mix is a personal blend that I kind of came up with. Seemed to do really well the last couple of seasons. And we'll go over that when it comes time to address it. So, But we have our watermelon transplanted into a little bit bigger of a pot, and he should be happy there. Just remember to include his name tag so we know what he is. All right. And that's that for the watermelon, but we've got a few more things that we need to transplant today. I have my jack-o'-lantern pumpkins that have decided to outgrow my seed starter, and looks like the cucumbers are on their way there as well. So there you have it, transplanting. It's easy, it's necessary, and it's the best thing we can do for our little watermelon friend right now until I get that mess cleaned up for us to make our garden beds for our full-fledged vegetable/fruit garden this spring. I hope you guys learned something. If I missed anything, any critical notes that you guys know that I didn't say, leave them in the comments below. And also, I kept referring to our watermelon plant as a he, so I feel like he needs a name. Also, comment down below what you think we should name our little watermelon friend, and I'll make sure to add it on his name tag. So thanks for stopping by, and have a nice day.